it's me Ren, and in today's live stream, I'm going to be talking about and sharing proof that silver stacking is lucrative. So if you are re-watching the stream, there's going to be a lot of information on stacking silver, what I've been doing, and I'm going to be showing you actual proof that stacking silver is lucrative through my own personal gains and losses and data that I gathered throughout stacking silver for 4 years. So my name is Ren. I'm 15 years old, and I've been investing since I was 8 years old. Hopefully some people hop on. What's up, Funko Fun? I'm going to be basically proving that silver stacking is profitable based on just data I've collected from stacking for a while. And then I'll be sharing whatever else I can. But basically, the goal of this stream is that you guys can ask and you guys can see in real time and like real effect what silver stacking can actually do, because people don't show you how good of a strategy investing in precious metals can actually be. um, so I started stacking precious metals in 2021. I actually have a list of notes right here so that I got to get into stacking soon, made so much money with cards. Stacking has gotten a lot more expensive. Silver is currently at $44 an ounce, and gold is at $3,700 an ounce. It is absolutely crazy, and I'll be talking about that too in the stream. I started stacking in 2021. My last time I did an inventory check was May 11th of 2024. The price of silver when I did my first inventory check was $28.40. This was back in 2024, so less than a year ago, so it wasn't like that long ago. Well, actually, a little bit over a year ago. It was $28.40. Platinum was at $1,005. Gold was at $2,360. I might buy some land soon because it's not like they're making more, so it'll only go up. Exactly, I've been thinking about buying land, Funko Fun, for a long time. I bought a sports card that you will really like to see. I'm going to stream about it. It'll take 2 weeks to get here, though, so we'll see. I'll make a stream when it happens. Okay, so the prices in May where gold was at 2,360. That is super small. Platinum was at 1,005 and silver was at 28. Right now, the current price is $44 an ounce of silver, $3,700 per ounce of gold, and $1,400 per ounce of platinum. I had a whole list of things that was in my stack. The value of my portfolio back in May was $2,001 of silver and gold, precious metals, right? And now, with the prices being what I just said, the value of my portfolio is $2,552. And that was over about 16 months of silver and gold. So I buy precious metals. I'll show you guys some of the stuff I buy. Yo, we have 18 people in here. That is crazy. I'm just showing you guys realistic, like what can actually happen stacking precious metals, because you can actually make a lot of money. So this 1 ounce of coin right here, it's a prospector. This is worth $44. My stack is worth $2,500, but in May of 2024, it was worth $2,000. This is without adding more silver. This is just like the base of the metals, right? It's just metals going up. I bought 1 ounce when it was $30. Yeah, silver has gone on a tear recently. Silver is the highest I've seen in a long time. But yeah, here we go. That's my coin. Sorry if I'm a little bit like scatterbrained. I'm trying to do this live just so I can show you guys better. So I'm just going to show you guys my notes right here because it makes it a little easier. There we go. So over 16 months, my gains are from, I started with $2,100 and I'm at 2,522. So my total gain in dollars over 16 months is $520 without doing anything. That's just holding my assets. I made $520 at age 15 from silver and gold going up in price. The total gain over 16 months is 26.1% if we're talking in percentages of the value going up, right? And so annual gain based on a year. Can I talk about silver versus Bitcoin? Yes, I'm going to talk about that in this stream. This stream has a lot of information that I'm going to kind of go through, but I'm just trying to show you guys what could actually happen if you invest in silver. So on an annual basis, right? So year after year, I will gain 18.25% per year. That is good. That is on silver and gold. Okay, so if I'm buying physical silver and gold bullion, that could be silver rounds, silver bars. It's just metal that I'm buying, right? So like, these are just silver 1 ounce coins. If I buy those, I'm making 18.25% a year. I gotta go for a bit. I'll try to make it for the Bitcoin part. Sounds good. Thank you, FuncoFun. For anyone who's in here who's new, hit that like button. It really does help me. And if you're not subscribed, please do that. I'm trying to make this, get through the boring information as fast as possible so that y'all can enjoy the rest of the stream. What's up, Joseph Lopez? So if I'm making 18.25%, right, over 1 year, stacking precious metals, that beats out the current inflation rate by about 15%. Yeah, silver just hit 44 an ounce. I talked about that. The annual inflation rate is 3.5%. I don't know how accurate that is because inflation has been outrageous recently. So let's just say the inflation rate is 5%. If I am making 18.25% per year, I'm beating the inflation rate by over 10%. I'm beating the inflation rate by 13%, right? If I'm making 13% on my money every single year, that means I'm turning $1,000 into $1,130 every single year. You could get pretty wealthy pretty quick doing that. Silver and gold is not very risky. When you buy a coin, you can just let it sit. You don't really have to look at the coins that often, and they will appreciate over time. And there are a couple reasons they actually do this, and I'll get into that in a second. So keep that 18.25% in your head. The S&P 500, which is the stock market, the top 500 stocks in the world, it grows on an annual basis of 10%. So with inflation calculated into that, you're only gaining about 6 or 7% annually, right? 6 or 7%. Not trying to make any 6-7 jokes, guys, but it's 6 or 7%. And that's what you make every single year on the stock market. If you're just buying the best 500 stocks in the world, you're still making 9%. That's good because if you're beating inflation at all, that means your wealth is growing, okay? Let's just say the inflation rate is 5% because it's sometimes a little bit skewed. That would still put the S&P 500 making you about 5% a year. Let's just say you're making 5%. That is great gains, and you're still making money. You're still in the green, right? So why are we not all rich yet? Because if you're making 18.25% a year on just buying silver and gold as a precious metal, this should not be hard for anybody to do. These coins are not necessarily that expensive, and anybody can buy them. There's not like a secret to it. You just buy the coins and leave them in a safe somewhere, and you're making 18.25%. A bank account, like a savings account, is making like 2% a year. Whatever you put in, you're getting 2% in interest. That doesn't even beat inflation. Inflation just eats all your money away slowly at that point. So, sorry if I'm a little bit scatterbrained, as I said. If you guys are following, please put like a thumbs up in the chat so I know that you guys are following what I'm saying and that this is making sense. So if we compare silver to now, let's just say Bitcoin, okay? Silver is a safe haven asset, meaning it is very safe. It is volatile compared to gold, but silver is one of those higher assets. If we had to rank assets by tier, I'd say real estate is a tier 1 asset. Stocks are a tier 2 asset. Gold and real estate are the 2 best assets, right? The easiest, safest assets that are not being produced by the world is gold and real estate. I'd put silver at a tier 2 asset. Bitcoin right now is outperforming inflation by a lot. So I calculated Bitcoin's return compared to silver. In the last 5 years, the average Bitcoin appreciation is 72% per year. And this is averaged out over 5 years. So this is averaged from 2018 to 2025. Bitcoin is appreciating 72% a year. That means you are beating inflation by literally like 60%. You're beating inflation by 65% if you invest in Bitcoin. The issue with Bitcoin is it's a lot more volatile and it's a lot more risky. So you're obviously paying, let's say you put $100 into Bitcoin, that $100 would be theoretically $160 by next year easily, just for $100, because that percentage gain annually is so big on Bitcoin. If you put that much into silver, your $100 would probably only come out to $118. But my hypothesis or my theory is that anybody can become rich if you are beating inflation, right? If you let your money sit around and devalue over time, then you're losing money. So the best way to beat inflation is find a way to invest, whether that be investing in the stock market where you're making 6 or 7% per year, or invest in silver, which recently has been beating out the stock market. People say that silver doesn't make that much money, but as of right now, as of 2025 when I'm recording this, silver is beating out the S&P 500, which is really rare for silver. The reason this is happening is because of tariffs worldwide, also economic situations. People are expecting very, very high interest rates, which drives up the price of silver. Because of this climbing in silver, though, silver is outperforming the stock market, a regular bank account, and it's just out. So, because silver is outperforming the stock market, I'm obviously buying silver, right? Because one, with silver, I just buy the coins and I can sit on them and do nothing, and it's not really involved. When you buy stocks, you really have to do a lot of research, and it's very, very hard. There are some times when the stock market will beat out silver. If you're doing options or like covered calls, riskier investments in the stock market will beat out silver. It's just a fact. So you have to decide what you're willing to do. To me, silver is a investment that anyone can make. It's very easy and it's very simple, and it goes up over time. So, just for review, you're making 6 or 7% on the S&P 500 in the stock market each year. This is historic averages, based on hundreds of years of just history. It's 6 to 7% per year. On Bitcoin, you are making 72% per year if you invest in a Bitcoin, and in silver, you are making 18%, 18.25%. And the 18.25%, that is what I have personally made. I've been investing since 2021, but the last time I did this calculator, it was May 11th, 2024, and now it is currently September 23rd, 2025, and I made 18.25%. So the silver figures are of actually what I have made in my journey at 15 years old. Just a spoiler alert, without really showing you guys everything into my portfolio, this treasure chest right here is worth about $3,000 in precious metals, give or take. And that is just from adding this silver and gold into my collection and just sitting on it, never really like changing it, just having it. Real quick, can somebody put a thumbs up in the chat if this is making sense, if what I'm saying is making sense? Because sometimes I get a little bit scatterbrained, so I'm trying to get this point across the best I can. So if you're understanding it, put something in the chat, or just like give me hearts or something on the screen so that I know that this is making sense, because sometimes I accidentally explain it a little bit too complicated when I'm live. So yeah, just someone's put something there. So why though would you buy silver, right? Like, what's the point in buying silver? Why would you buy it? The main thing for me is industry. So like industrial purposes. Silver is used in a lot of things, such as solar, water purification, electronics, jewelry, etc. Right? There's a list of things that silver is used in, and silver is a resource that is given to us by the earth, right? So it's not made in a lab. There's not an infinite amount of silver. When silver is gone, it will be gone, which, based on basic supply and demand, will drive up the price of silver no matter what, because when it runs out, it runs out. If we're using it more, then the price goes up because people need to buy silver. People, like, one thing that I learned is solar uses a lot of silver, and the demand for solar that is projected by 2030 will raise by 170%. So the demand of silver just for solar will raise by 170%. Crazy that silver is going up like a rocket. Yes, it is. Silver has been going up like a rocket. So let's just say that solar thing is true, and by 2030 it raises by 170%. Like, the demand for silver in solar, that's already a huge push in silver. That will already increase the price of silver by over $2. And $2 doesn't sound like much, but when you're able to get a huge quantity of ounces of silver, $2 makes a huge difference. I have about 30 ounces of silver right now. If silver jumps up $2, I make $60 just like that. $60 easily. So having this quantity, like having a big amount of silver, pays off, because even if it's moving a tiny bit, you'll see huge gains over time, right? I'm hopefully this makes sense, guys. I'm like just getting back onto YouTube and just like finally wrapping my brain around what's been going on in the market, because I've been gone for a little while. Sorry, guys, for my hiatus. It's baseball season, so I've been fully in it. And guys, if you have any questions, or like you agree with me on something or disagree with me on something, please put it in the chat. I love talking to y'all, and I'll actually check the chat periodically. So if you guys want to chat and ask questions, go ahead. A lot of stackers are saying that $50 an ounce for silver is possible. Yes, I think silver could easily hit $50 an ounce by the end of this year. It really depends what the what the inflation rate comes out to this year, and how interest rates are. Like, if interest rates get cut and inflation goes higher, we could be seeing $50 silver pretty easily. That would be amazing for me. That would be amazing for most stackers. It's getting hard to accumulate silver, guys. It's getting hard to, because it's expensive now. When I started, it was $28 an ounce. Right now, it's 44. But every time I say it's expensive, I look in the next few months and it's up $1, it's up $2, it may be up $3. So buy silver whenever you can afford it. I'm telling you this right now, that I personally believe that silver is an investment that will never go away, and it'll just always go up. And from what I've seen, I've been investing in silver for 5 years, it's always climbed. I saw it at $20 an ounce. Then I saw it at $25. Now it's at $30 an ounce. It just got to $44 an ounce today. If you guys are buying silver, over time it will climb. I personally prefer silver over saving my money in a bank account. It makes me more money than my bank account. If I'm making 18.25% a year, I beat my bank account by 15%. 15%, that's a big deal, guys. In finance, it's about figuring out how you can get that percentile to the next level, to the next digit, you know? If you're only making 3% a year, that's not going to keep up with inflation. If you're making 10% a year, you're making a little bit of money. But guys, every percent that you can go up, that is what's going to make a difference in your wealth, right? It's consistency, time, and percentage gain. If you make 18% a year, that's solid. You could live off of 18% a year. That's not a bad return at all. Theoretically, if you want to become a millionaire, you might want more than 18% in gains, right? Because there are investments that can net you 72% gain or 120% gain. I've had assets in my portfolio that have netted me 200% gain before. But those are far and thin. It's hard to find those assets. Silver is a safe asset where you can net 18%. And I'm telling you guys right now, you don't want to miss out on that. I'm not trying to get you guys to FOMO buy. I'm trying to make you guys understand that this is a possible way to actually gain and save wealth, right? This is a way that you can protect yourself. You can protect your family's wealth. You can protect your own wealth. You can grow your wealth with silver and gold. I've gotten a couple people in my family or like friends to stack silver and gold, and it has really, really helped them out. One of my best friends, he started buying silver and gold because of me. I think he only has a few ounces, right? But he couldn't save money, and he started buying silver and gold. One second, I need to keep up on chat. My 10-ounce silver bar I got in Grant is now like worth $440, which is insane. Yeah, yep, for real, silver has gone up a lot. Blistering Barnacles Adventures. What is up? I haven't seen you in a long time. Blistering Barnacle says silver to the moon, brother. Yeah, I agree. So, like, if you have the opportunity to buy... Okay, let's just do a segue right now. Segue. If you have an opportunity to buy silver right now, I say you should do it. It doesn't matter if you have $1,000, $50, $1,000,000. However much you have, you can buy silver. When I started buying precious metals, I could only afford 1 ounce at a time. And back then, 1 ounce used to be $20. And that was 4 years ago. And I was 11 years old, and I would save all my allowance, all my birthday money, all my Christmas money, everything I had to just get one little coin. One teeny coin, guys. It would take me literally 3 months to get this, right? This is a 1 ounce Canadian maple leaf. But guess what? 4 years later, I haven't touched it. I've just been collecting more and more. Whenever I have the money, I've been buying more and more. And guess how much those assets are now worth? This coin that I paid $20 for back in the day is now worth $44. I didn't do anything. I literally sat and I played sports every day. I didn't look at any charts. I literally just sat. And this silver is now worth $44. I don't get how people don't understand this, right? If you are a kid and you're watching this and you don't have $40 or you don't have $20 to spend, there are different options for you. You can buy little coins like these silver dimes right here, or these silver quarters. One of these silver quarters costs about $8, and that is not really expensive for a silver quarter, because a quarter back in the day could buy you a gallon of gas. In the 1900s, when my grandparents, or even when my parents were kids, this quarter could buy you a gallon of gas, right? Well, guess what? This is a quarter that is made out of 90% silver, and this can still buy me a gallon of gas to this day. If I go and sell this quarter that has 90% silver in it, I get about $6. I can get more than a gallon of gas, because a gallon of gas right now is like $5, let's just say. So this quarter still gets me a gallon of gas. It doesn't go down. It just continues to go up with inflation. If gas eventually is $10 per gallon of gas, I guarantee that this quarter will be $12. It'll be worth $12. So this quarter will always pay for a gallon of gas. It would take a lot financially or economically to crash the price of silver. There is a couple of risks. The biggest risk being theft or storage. When you're buying physical precious metals, you're buying it in a physical form where people are able to target you as a target for theft, right? Because you have these assets that are valuable and they're physical, right? This is not just like a number on a screen. Like, this is an asset that is physical. Someone could steal this pretty easily and they would make out like a bandit, right? So one big thing for stacking silver, if you are new, you don't want to tell everybody what you have. You don't want to tell a bunch of people. Face value, but not precious metals value. Yeah. Face value. I needed to explain that a little better. But I'm like I'm on a rant, I guess I would say. So like, this is a physical asset that can make you a target. So if you own precious metals, you need to know that you are kind of more of a target, but you also need to know how you're going to store these metals, right? If you have a house that is in a very humid area or a very cold area or a very wet area, whatever it may be, bro, my voice just cracked. Whatever it may be, those elements may affect your metals. And if your metals get ruined, that can affect the price of your metals. So because you're buying a physical asset, guys, like a real physical thing, you need to take care of it better. So I guess what one thing that I would say is, if you are learning this, is going to teach you a great amount of responsibility, right? Because you're responsible for your metals. If they get scratched up, if they get lost, if someone steals them, that's kind of your fault. Some storage options you have are, you can store them at a bank in a safety deposit box. You can store them at a family member's house who's very trustworthy. You could store them at your own house. But wherever you're going to store your precious metals, you need to know that theft is always a risk, right? When stacking, you don't want to put every single penny you own into silver and gold. It's not smart to do that with any asset. You don't want to put everything you own into a stock either, because if that stock ends up crashing, you lose everything. If you put everything into silver and someone comes into your house and steals it all, you lose everything. So this is a risk that I want everyone to be aware of, because some people start stacking and they're not aware of this risk. When I started stacking, I wasn't scared of this because I started very, very small, and the amounts I was putting into silver and gold was like $5, $10 every once in a while, right? But now that I'm getting older and I actually am working a job and I'm investing pretty consistently, and this like pot of assets is kind of getting bigger, you have to worry. To put it simple, all kings and queens are where they are. They are, or have been, for stacking. To put it simple, all kings and queens are where they are, or have been, for stacking. Yeah. Kings and queens always stacked precious metals. It's a great way to pass on your wealth to family and other things. But yeah, as you're getting more in your stack, you need to keep that in mind, that it could be a security issue, right? Any thoughts on barber silver half dollars? Because I own one, so should I convert that barber half into silver quarters or dimes? Because of it being a collectible, just keep anything. Keep your collectibles. I think collectibles have a place in your stack because those go up over time. Literally having diversity in your stack is one of the best things you can actually do. I have so many different collectibles and they all have different prices, and I just like, it makes it more fun. So if you want to get more weight, more silver quarters, more whatever it is, you could sell collectibles to get that. Oh my gosh, I'm so off topic, guys. I like had this whole topic planned out, but like I'm like on a rant because I love finance and I'm trying to like teach you guys everything, but I need to make it like more bite sized, if that makes sense. So yeah. I'm struggling a little bit. Sorry guys, sorry. I need to get a little bit like locked in. Yeah, so security risk of owning precious metals at your house. Kookaburras, koalas, or Britannia, or maple leafs. All of the above. Anything silver. I like government-backed coins because they are backed by a government. Are you in Stacker Social? No, I'm not in Stacker Social. I've heard about it, but I'm not in it. I wish I was a part of it, because there's a lot of like-minded people, and I love to talk to like-minded people. That's why I stream, is so that y'all can like put your input in and talk to me while I go on these little silver and gold rants, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna answer. Let's look at this question. It's Mitchell Ogensky says kookaburras, koalas, or Britannias. Okay, whatever's cheaper. I like to stack as much weight as possible. I actually have all of those. I have kookaburras, maple leafs, all of the above. My favorite coin is the maple leaf. It's Canada's coin. I live in the United States, but Canada's maple leaf is a beautiful coin. These carry a high premium. I think silver will do very good, but platinum? Yeah. I have platinum in my stack as well. I have it all. I have it all. So, why I like this coin is because it is backed by the government, right? So this is $5 in Canada. If I wanted to go to a store, I could sell it. I love 90% Morgans. Oh, I like Morgans too. I don't have enough Morgans. I only have one. Because I am, so personal preference, I like Peace Dollars over Morgans. I don't know, that's a hot take, but I do. Morgan dollars are great though too. Oh my. So I was talking about this coin. It's $5 in Canada, 1 ounce of silver. It usually carries a premium of $3 to $4 over spot. Okay, so we need to explain this for all new stackers. I don't love to explain this in every single video, but it is literally the most important thing about silver stacking. So what is spot price? Okay, spot price is the price of silver, the natural price, the price that 1 ounce of silver is worth. So the spot price of silver is currently $44. So this Canadian maple leaf in silver value is worth $44. But then there is a premium. What the heck is a premium? A premium is just the amount of money that the dealer needs to make, because dealers want to make money. Sellers want to make money. Right? And yeah, you missed the Bitcoin part, but basically I'll explain it in a second just while you're here, Funko Fun. So since dealers need to make money, they put a premium on the coin. So the spot price is $44. Let's say I bought this coin for $47, okay? That means I paid a $3 premium. In stacking, you want to pay the least premium as possible. So you want to buy closest to spot as possible. So if spot is $44, you want to try to aim as close to $44 as possible. But some coins carry a very high premium. Canadian maple leafs tend to carry a $3 to $5 premium as of right now. But they are just gorgeous. Buffaloes have the lowest premium. It depends. Sometimes milk spotted or like destroyed coins have a lower premium. Buffaloes don't necessarily always have the lowest premium. Because people have been stacking buffaloes a lot, so the premium is kind of going up. I like these coins too, numismatic coins. It has collector's value. This is a Canadian werewolf. Very cool coin, right? It's 2 ounces of silver, and it's limited to like, I forgot how many thousand are made of this coin, but it has more value because it's in a series, and there's less of them made in the world. So these are just some basic, like, little nuggets of, like, what happens when you stack. I need to go back to comments. I am from Poland, and I have 170 maples. It's my biggest holding. Next is Krugerrands, 150 of them. Yes, I just stack. Yes, just stack what your heart loves. Yeah. That is 100% what you should do. Stack what you love, and stack what you like, but figure out your goal. So, like, if you want to get a lot of coins, try to get the cheapest thing you can. You use those better packings for your coins in Poland. We name it intercepts. Why you use it? What? Oh, the capsules. This thing right here. This is called a capsule in the United States. So yeah. I keep all my coins in capsules because it keeps them much safer. Great words. Okay. I need to, like, catch up. So, Buffaloes have the lowest premium. Lots of thumbs up. Surfer's Point. I've never seen you. Thank you for being here, guys. I'm sorry if I'm, like, really, really, like, off the rails, just going everywhere. I'm trying to explain stuff, but my brain right now is, like, kind of fried up, you know? Like, cooking eggs in my brain, I guess. But, yeah. I really do like maples, and Britannias are cool, too. I like everything silver. If it's silver, count me in. From like a young age, so I started stacking when I was 11. I've been asking for coins for every Christmas and every birthday, and I have a lot of coins now from just people who gave me coins. So I think just stack what you want, and that is a good way to go about it. Any other questions from the chat? And also, how have I done explaining things? If it's confusing, let me know. Like, have me clear it up. Smart kid, thank you so much. Yeah, but like, if anything confused you, if I'm talking too fast, whatever it may be, let me clear it up while we're live so that you can, like, actually understand what's going on. Do you invest in silver only, or do you buy mining stocks? I invest in physical silver only. I do not buy any mining stocks, and the reason I do that is because I haven't really looked into mining stocks. I am a stock investor. I love the stock market. but I just don't understand why you would want to buy a stock of something that I can actually hold and own. Because there's some type of satisfaction in like being able to pick up this old Japanese coin that I have and just hold it in my hand because it's mine. Stocks are just numbers on a screen. I love stocks because, not gonna lie, they outperform silver quite often if you play your cards right. But yeah, should I sell a limited edition Aerosmith silver guitar pick for more weight since it's brand new in package? Is your guitar pick very important to you? And if not, I would sell it for more weight. I am biased, guys. I like weight. So, like, I like to have, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Exactly, blistering barnacles. Yes, but look on chart. Silver mining stocks are 3 times this year. Really? That is really interesting. So, silver mining stocks have 3x, meaning if you put $3 in, you would get $9 out of a silver mining stock. Who got you into stacking? During the pandemic of 2020, I was really struggling with making money in stocks. And so because I'm homeschooled and I'm learning about finance as my school and I choose to do that, I was watching YouTube videos on the stock market and I came across a video about silver stacking and I thought it was really cool. It was made by a guy named Silver Dragons. You guys probably know about him if you're in the stacking community. But I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and then I taught myself. So I am completely a self-taught silver stacker. I learned how to do it all by myself. And then once I learned how to silver stack, I actually taught my parents how to stack gold and silver as well. So I stack. I got my family into it, some of my friends. But yeah, I learned from YouTube. So that's why I like to share on YouTube, is because the roots for me go as deep as YouTube. YouTube taught me how to invest, so I thought I could share with you guys how to invest. And I think it's like a Nerd UK says great stuff. I think it's more of like a point of view kind of thing. A lot of people don't get the point of view from the younger generation, if that makes sense. So I like to share that. How much of your stack is gold, silver, and platinum? Okay. So my silver stack is, let's see, 70%. No, 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 no. Okay, I need to do math real quick. 50% silver. And then you've got 30% gold and 20% platinum. I love gold and platinum, but silver is the main one because silver was the cheapest at the time. But I'm feeling a little bit like I'm too heavy into silver right now. Because having 50% in silver and 30% being in gold and 20% being in platinum, I feel like I want the highest allegation to be, wait, is allegation the right word? I want the highest percentage to be gold. So I want my stack to be 50% gold, 30% silver, and 20% platinum. I would never go above 20% platinum. Platinum is risky, and you can make a ton of money on it when platinum like sees its day in the sun. When platinum has that amazing rocket ride, we're gonna see big gains on platinum. But having any more than 20% of platinum is just scary to me, so I keep it mostly with gold and silver. Just hold it and then trade it to gold when the GSR evens out. Yeah, I want to make a trade on the GSR. I've never been able to do that. And I've seen like opportunities where the gold to silver ratio is not that high. And I've wanted to trade, but it's just really hard to talk. When you're talking percentage, are you talking value or weight? Value. I talk value for percentage. Well, actually, that value, oh my goodness, sorry guys, I'm like choking up. That percentage, okay, is weight right now, but yeah, it's weight. How old am I? I'm 15 years old. I turned 15 like earlier this year, so but I started investing when I was 8 years old, and I've been doing it since I was 8. And it's been really on and off. Like, you guys can watch videos that are like super old on this channel that are still up from me when I was way younger, and you can watch videos from me like this year. But like, I've been really not active enough on YouTube, if that makes sense. Because like, I'll be really into it, and then I'll just be like, I'm gonna hold to myself and be private with what I'm doing investing wise. So sometimes I'm really like open about it, and Other times I'm just like too addicted to playing baseball or whatever it may be because I'm a kid and it's fun. What? You are very early. OMG, wow, just subscribed. I'm impressed. Good lad, keep going. I wish I'd kept it up when I was younger. I'll keep it going for sure. My next goal, guys, and if we want to go into like more just like talking and like chatting now, we can definitely do that. My next goal is buying a car because I'm turning 16 in like 6 months, right? And I want to buy a car right when I turn 16 because I just want to be able to drive because driving is like awesome and I want to be able to see my friends and all this stuff. But I've come to a fork in the road, right? My goal was to sell all of my silver and gold to buy a car. And that was my plan. But guess what? Silver and gold just keep skyrocketing up. I don't want to sell my silver and gold. Like, I don't think I should just sell my silver and gold to buy a car because if I sell my silver and gold to buy a car, it's just going to skyrocket up without me. And if I sell my silver and gold to buy a car, I'm buying a depreciating asset because cars just go down in value over time. So I don't really want to sell my stuff. I saw that, Nerd UK. I saw your notification pop up on my screen, like in the top. Thank you so much for subscribing. Impossible that you are not in crypto, only with this age. I'm in crypto. I did Dogecoin. I was into Dogecoin really early. I actually made about $500 on Dogecoin back in the day. I spent like $5 on it when Dogecoin was under a cent. I do cryptocurrency, stock trading, and silver stacking. My main one, though, is coin collecting and silver stacking. And one of the reasons is because I just enjoy it, right? I really like looking at different pretty coins from around the world, and I love figuring out the composition and the history behind precious metals. That's one of my favorite things about stacking. When I buy stocks, it's kind of boring because I just look at a screen and then it just goes up and down, and I'm like, there's nothing there. Like, there's no satisfaction of owning something. It's just buying something on a screen. Yes, stocks and crypto make more money, but I enjoy owning and looking at what I have, hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, I've been contemplating myself. Wait, what? Bro, I'm so bad at reading sometimes. To see if I want to sell my silver, but yeah, I decided to squat it from selling. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to sell. Like, I thought I was going to sell to buy my car, and now I'm getting close to buying the car, and I just, like, don't want to sell it. Don't forget that people who bought silver in the peak of 2011 are still in negative profit. Sometimes selling is good. Yeah, selling can be good. Take profits when you're high, like when it's high, is a good thing. But I personally think silver is going higher. I'm not trying to get greedy and like hold on, because if you hold on to an asset too long, sometimes you do end up losing out, right? Because that asset will go super high and then it'll just crash. I don't personally think silver is done rising yet based on where we are economically right now. I think it can go to 45 and it can be solid and silver can stay at 45. I don't think we're going to see like $70 silver or $60 silver. That is not likely. Like, historically, probably not happening. It's not likely. But 50? That's possible. And, yeah. It's caught up in the UK now. Even your 2011 silver is in the profit over here. Yeah, silver it's on a rampage. I'm a little bit worried that we're gonna see a crash around $50, but cross our fingers that the prices hold, because everyone who's in is making money right now. And all the people who don't have silver right now, don't jump in just because you're scared you're gonna miss out. Don't. You are too smart to your age. There's no way for me to... Thank you so much. I feel like it's just something that I'm passionate about, and I've wanted to take it to a different level for a long time. And whenever I have time, when I'm not playing baseball, I'm streaming or doing something like that. I love talking to all of y'all about investing. It's one of my favorite things. Like, genuinely, I love investing. And, like, in my future, I want to be... I want to work in the financial field somewhere. I love finance a lot. Um, let's see what other notes I took. I kind of just like got a basic like notes and bullet points that I can go through. Another thing that like people always this was myth busted in this video, right? But a lot of people's biggest fear is that silver does not make you enough money. People say that silver doesn't make enough money. Like, I don't get how they say that. They say it doesn't even beat inflation. I've heard that before. Like, somebody asked me, does silver beat inflation? And I said, yes, silver beats inflation. I literally have made 18.25% per year for 4 years. For 4 years, guys. And I beat inflation by a ton. So if someone says silver does not beat inflation, you guys have heard it from somebody who's actually been in the silver market. Silver does beat inflation. Not to plug another channel, but have you watched CoinShop Chris? No, I have never watched CoinShop Chris. Is he a good channel? I've never watched him. I haven't been watching a lot of silver content creators recently because a lot of the big guys, they started taking sponsorships by like the dealers, and all they talk about in their video is sponsorships, and they just try to like make a bunch of money, and they're not giving you as reliable information as they used to. Some of the channels out there are now just doing things for money, which I genuinely hate. Some of them used to give you, do you have a phone as well as your computer? Join Stacker Social on it. Dude, I'll join. Isn't Stacker Social like you can collab with other stackers on there? I swear I've seen like YouTube streams that are like 6 stackers talking about things, and that's on Stacker Social. But yeah, like nowadays, the information you get on YouTube is like almost just trying to make money, literally. Like, it kind of bugs me. Like, Silver Dragons, so many sponsorships. He's sponsored by SD Bullion, which is a really good shop to buy stuff from. And, yeah, it's just like, he's sponsored by it, and his videos are just revolving around SD Bullion, and like, I don't really care about that anymore. So I just haven't been watching a lot of stacking YouTube. I've been focused on like making my own YouTube and getting smarter in finance in general. Let's see what people are saying, guys. He's 2-3 times a day. Check it out. Yeah, Stacker Social is a great place. So is Stacker Social like a Discord thing, or like, what is it? Is it like Discord, or like how do you get on there? I'm kind of confused. Because like I don't think I have Discord, so I don't think I could get on that, but we'll see. But if anyone wants to, like, if any YouTubers are watching this stream right now, or like come through this stream later, I would totally collab with like any of y'all out there, because I love like getting collabs going. You could say interviewing a 15-year-old stacker, right? And that will give you guys like a different point of view, because like the adult channel, some of you guys who are watching me are adults, and I know that, and there's a different point of view from adults to kids. So I love hearing your guys' point of view, and a lot of the older generation likes to hear the younger generation's point of view. I had this idea because there are a lot of kid stackers who I have been slowly like sniffing out, because it's just kind of harder to find them. And I was thinking, what if we made a series where all the kids talk together, and we call it like, I don't know, the Young Gun Show, where it's just all the younger stackers. We talk about our point of view in investing, because I think it's cool to get both perspectives, right? Because you always are gonna have different perspectives from different people. Where is the Platinum Beast? Like, he has been gone for months now. It's a safe community. Yes, it is. Silver stacking and investing has one of the best communities. That's why I really do enjoy it. I've been in like a lot of different communities, like collectible communities, and they're not even close to the silver stacking community. You guys are like actually great. And I just want to say, guys, I am so grateful that you guys have spent so much time here with me, just like chatting back and forth on this stream. Like, it warms me from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much for being here. Everyone helps each other, exactly. And I think it's just fun. Do you guys want to see some pieces real quick? So I think we're like, out of all my notes, we hit everything about how silver stacking is going to make you rich. But I would like to do a show and tell. So if you guys are watching for the part that is how silver is going to make you rich, you can leave now if you want to, or you can stick around and ask me questions in chat. feel free to do whatever. I'm gonna show a couple pieces I picked up while I was in Japan, because I went to Japan over a couple weeks ago. I went to Japan for like a graduation trip thing for my brother, and I picked up some pieces while we were there. And yeah, I'll show some of those off. There is a great awakening to the precious metals community. More people are waking up, to which is why we are seeing prices hike. That's true. That's true. A lot more people are getting into it. So this is just like a little bit of a show and tell now. You guys can leave or stay if you want. Whatever you want to do, guys. I'm not pressuring you to stay like any YouTubers do. This is a old school 100-year-old 5 yen from Japan. It cost me 400 yen to buy, which is like $2 or something, $3. It's really cool. It actually has a samurai on a horse. I've never saw anything like this, so I bought it as a what is it called? Like a keepsake from Japan, like my trip there. Very cool. And then we've got this. It's an Edo period, so like samurai period Japanese coin. I don't know what it says on it. It's one of these older coins with a hole in the middle. I like these type of coins. They look really cool. It's actually pretty cheap to buy these. They're literally like $3. It's 150 years old, so it's really, really old and really, really cool. I love the samurai period, and so I bought some samurai period stuff because, you know, if you're in Japan, you kind of have to buy some samurai stuff just to show that you were there. This is another yen bill, so it's a super old yen. It's a 10 yen. I don't like this one as much, but I was trying to get the whole collection while I was there. Sadly, I failed to get the whole collection, so I only have these two. But I started to collect paper money. So, like, if I leave the United States and I go somewhere cool, I like to buy their money. And I just like this one, so I bought it because I thought it looked cool. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of guilty pleasures, you know? Jamie Frost would love them. I've always wanted to learn the samurai's swordsmanship on how they do it efficiently. Huge fan. One of the members of Stacker Social lives in Japan. He mail calls everyone. It's amazing. Dude, I want to go back to Japan so much. I love Japan, like the culture there. I was learning Japanese because I want to be an exchange student in Japan. Like, I would love to, in my exchange year of high school, go and be an exchange student in Japan because I absolutely love Japan. So next we got, like, these are like the common Edo period. It's a Shibu Bu. So it's their old currency. It's a coin bar, and it's literally a bar of silver that they used as coins. Samurais would put these in their swords to keep these coins with them. I think it's really cool. So yeah, it's a coin bar. I got 2 of them because these have 6 grams of silver in them. I love them. They're very nice condition. So I bought them. They have 6 grams of silver, so it's like not that much silver. They are worth $15 in the United States. I bought them when I was in Japan for $5. So they're really cheap when you actually go to Japan. If you go to Japan, buy a bunch of Japanese stuff because it's cheaper there. That's the trick. And then you got this one. When you were in Japan, did you get silver cheaper? Exchange rate is really good. Yeah, in Japan I got silver a lot cheaper, guys. I was buying silver in Japan because it's cheap. I also bought Pokemon cards in Japan because Pokemon is like, Japan is the godfather of Pokemon, right? So I bought a lot of Pokemon, I bought a lot of stuff in Japan because it's just cheaper in general in Japan than in the US. I'm trying to figure out how to send you link for Stacker Social. Can't figure it out. I've seen some of those graded coins from Japan on eBay. So this is the Chibu Bu. It's the samurai coin again, but it is the bigger version. So this would be like $1 for them. So this is a quarter right here. This would be their quarter, and this would be their dollar. So they're just different sizes. This one goes for 30 bucks. It's just half the size of this one, if that makes sense. So it's 12 grams. And then I got an aluminum one. I don't know what the mixture is called. It is 70% silver, 30% gold. Does anybody know what that's called? I forgot the word for it. But this is the Bukin, which is gold. So it's 30% gold, 70% silver. So like you'll have like the gold color on this, but it's also silver. The silver is for stability, so that the bar wouldn't just break, but the gold obviously has a lot more value. So I paid 75 US dollars for this, and it's worth I could sell it for 90 US dollars if I wanted to. But all of these are like keepsakes that are staying in my collection permanently because I don't want to just like sell anything from Japan. I love these, and these are my most recent addition to my stack. I haven't bought anything as far as silver and gold for. Well, before I bought these, I hadn't bought anything for like 2 months. Like, seriously, I was not active in stacking for a while. And it's just because the prices are getting so high that it is very hard for me to afford stacking right now because it's just expensive. And my job only pays me, I get $70 per week when I work. So it's not like consistent income, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think if anyone doesn't have any more questions, we should probably wrap up the stream soon because kind of rambling and out of things to talk about. But thank you guys for being here. Do you guys have any more questions or any more thoughts? Anything you want to say before I wrap up the stream? We can go for another 4 minutes and just like see if anyone has any conversations. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up on the hour. So buy 90%, you get it below melt, like 90% gold or 90% silver. I buy a little bit of 90% silver. Hopefully you guys will see from me a lot more often. Because I really want to get back into streaming and like get back into YouTube, but it's taken a minute to have financial things to talk about. But yeah, both. Okay, 90% silver and gold. These are my platinum pieces. I'll show them off real quick. A 1991 platinum koala. Blistering Barnacles wants me to join Stacker Social. The question is, why haven't you joined Stacker Social? Because I didn't really know about it. And I don't have a lot of time because I'm in high school, like, and I'm trying to keep up with YouTube in high school and sports, so I'm busy a lot. Here's this one. It's a platinum Kookaburra. Platinum Britannia. These are all 1/10 ounce platinum coins. I was buying these for $120, $110 a piece. Now they cost $140 to buy. And like I've been looking at them and I'm like, I really, really want another platinum piece, but I just can't afford it anymore. Like I'm like, do I want to pay $140 for a piece of platinum that I used to be spending 100 on? There's a platinum koala bear, another one, but it's the different one. There it is. This is a really old one. This is a 1991 in original packaging from Australia. Boom. And then another Britannia. So this is 6 1/10 ounce platinum coins. It's almost an ounce of platinum. I want to get up to an ounce of platinum by the end of the year, but we'll see if that happens. I wanted to, and then the prices got all jacked up. This is a 1/10 ounce gold Canadian polar bear. So that's cool. It's 1/10 ounce of gold. And it's nice. The spot price for platinum has gone up like a rocket. No, the spot price for everything has gone up like a rocket. And I would say that it's amazing, but it's also a little bit annoying because it's harder to buy things. Yes, half sovereign costs what a full sovereign cost 2 years ago. Yeah, I know. It's so hard to stack now. Like, it's blowing my mind how hard it is to stack. I might make a video on it. How do you stack with these prices? Because it's getting really difficult. And then we'll say it's difficult now, and then 2 years, like in the next 2 years, in the next 2 years we'll be like, oh, I wish I stacked more when it was $44. In 2 years, that's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say, oh man, I wish I stacked more when it was 44. Yes, half sovereigns cost what full sovereign. I don't know if this is a dumb question, but has copper spot price gone up, or has it ever? Copper is doing okay. I don't like watch copper that much. It doesn't go up that much. What's up, Scottish Bullion Collector? How you doing? I mean, you guys are like really enjoying the stream, and I'm really enjoying streaming. So if we have more questions and like a Q&A going on down here, I can keep streaming a little longer than an hour, just because I have to get off at an hour 20 minutes for sure because I have baseball practice pretty soon. So I can go for like another 20 minutes if we have engagement for those 20 minutes. But yeah, copper price hasn't really gone up, and the thing with copper is you need so much copper just to make your money back, right? Like you need tons of copper, like not tons of copper, but like a ton, like the weight a ton. You need tons and tons of copper to literally make any money with copper. So I don't really stack it. I think it looks cool, but nah. I use copper to like get my friends interested or whatever it may be. Would you say that next summer silver could be at $70 an ounce if you was to predict today? No, I do not think silver will be at $70 next summer. I think my highest prediction is by next summer, maybe $55. I don't think silver will go that high unless something crazy happens. Like if we go into World War III, maybe silver could go crazy. Like honestly, silver and gold will skyrocket when anything around the world economically happens. Then yeah, copper is going up. Was just added to strategic's metal list. Really, copper is going up? Well, yeah, copper's going up. Like everything's going up, but like, is it worth it? Copper is going up, but it's not like up as much as silver, gold, and all those others. Scottish bullion collector. I've never seen you in the stream before. How are you? Are you guys all on Stacker Social? Everyone just wants me to get on Stacker Social now. Let's see if there's any other. So like, what stream ideas do you guys want me to talk about on future streams? Like, one of my big issues is like having ideas for like what to talk about. What do you guys want me to talk about? Like, what are some actual like? I'm gonna flip this over. What are some ideas you want me to talk about in either a video or a stream or whatever? Like, I need some ideas, y'all. Yes, Stacker Social. Like, how much is one pre-82 penny? I know it's low, but if you had a big amount, yeah, I think it's like 3 cents right now. 3 cents for a pre-82 penny. It's actually not bad. It's 3 times face value if you're stacking those pennies. But yeah, it's not bad. So if any of y'all have ideas, I'm marking down ideas right now. So like, give me some stream ideas. I will use them for future streams because the hardest part, guys, is having consistent streams. How much is a blank copper planchet penny worth? I don't know. I have one of them, but I don't know how much it's worth. What is the big card you bought? Do you guys want to know the biggest purchase I've made this year? I don't know if I want to review. Okay, if you guys want to know what sports card I just bought, like spam something in the chat. Let's just say spam a heart emoji if you want to know the biggest sport card I bought. Like my biggest one ever. Funko Fun wants to, obviously, because he's a sports card collector. But guys, I made a big, like, it's an investment. Like, it is not cheap. Like, I would say it's an investment. Diversify your portfolio. Okay, people want to hear about the card. Okay, so I can't show it because I don't have it yet. I'll probably show it on a stream on my other channel. My other channel is called Ren Time, where I, like, talk about, well, I just do everything about my normal life over there, like baseball and whatever. But the biggest card I bought is a 1955 Jackie Robinson card. 1955. It's an SGC 2.5, so it's graded 2.5 out of 10. It looks very, very pretty. I paid $575 for it. $575. So it's worth like a lot of it's worth a lot. You gotta buy Daniel Jones. Bought a Daniel Jones PSA 9 for $170, and now he's $500. Holy crap! Holy crap! No, I had to buy the Jackie Robinson because Jackie Robinson is like my hero of baseball. He makes it so I can play baseball, guys. So I bought a Jackie Robinson, like a real one, like an authentic one, from 1955. Sorry, so 1955. It's his last playing days card. That was a good idea. How you can stack with spot price so high. Yeah, for real. Jackie Robinson was the OG GOAT of baseball. Exactly. And there's not going to be another Jackie Robinson. So, I think his card will go up in value over time. But also, like, I'm a Jackie Robinson fan, so I, like, needed it. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, but, like, it's whatever. I'll show you guys it on a stream, and I'll talk about investing in like sports cards and like investing in other assets. Because like there are other assets that are not necessarily assets, if that makes sense. Like silver and gold, it's an obvious asset, but sports cards, you can make a ton of money. It's an asset, but it's not classified as an asset. You can make a lot of money though that in that part of the market, in that part of the world. So yeah, any more questions, any more ideas? Yeah, I really want to show that card, guys, to y'all on stream. I think you guys would love it. And also, as far as videos go, not gonna lie, sports cards are better. It depends. They're very, very, very risky. Investing in sports card is risky. Do you stack U.S. constitutional silver? Help us in the UK understand it better. Okay, let's do it. Mark my word, silver goes to 50 plus by the end of the year. Okay, you guys want to talk about constitutional silver? We'll talk about some constitutional right here. I don't have a ton of it because I just started stacking this stuff. But I know a lot about this. So, here is the constitutional quarter. It has 90% silver. And to make an ounce of silver in U.S. constitutional silver, you have to have $1.50, so $1.50 in face value. Face value is the value of the actual coin. So a quarter is worth 25 cents in face value. A dime is worth 10 cents in face value. This is a mercury dime. This is like an older dime. It's not like the one that we currently have right now, but this is my favorite type of dime to stack. With constitutional silver, you can get it close to spot or under spot, depending on where you buy it. And these coins hold value very, very well. U.S. constitutional silver holds value extremely well because the U.S. is big around the world. No matter where you are, a lot of people understand U.S. constitutional silver because how many people have seen a quarter? They are called junk silver, right? Junk or constitutional, either one. Junk silver and constitutional, it's preference. It's personal preference, what you want to call it. Yeah, Funko Fun, that's A-okay. You're still learning it. It's called junk silver or constitutional. You can call it whatever you want. I like to call it constitutional because, I don't know, I just like the name constitutional better. I don't think it's junk. I think it's true silver. It's true value. It's better than the paper money that we currently have. I have an 1832 10 cent that I picked up last month. No silver is junk, yes. So I have an 1832 10 cent that I picked up last month. Okay, so that would be a barber dime. A barber, do I have a barber? I don't have a barber on me currently. But a barber dime is like, it's really old and those hold a high premium. So like you don't want to stack those. The best constitutional silver to stack is arguably either Washington quarters, which are these, because these have the lowest premium. Washington quarters, you're going to pay the cheapest for. Next is going to be Roosevelt dimes. Dimes and quarters are really good for stacking. So to make an ounce of silver, you would need 15 dimes, 4 quarters, 2 half dollars, or 2 $1 coins, like a Morgan dollar or a barber. Thank you. It says 10 cent, not dime. Yeah. It's still a barber. It's a barber. Barbers say 10 cent. They don't say dime because it's really old. So it says 10 cent instead of dime. Hopefully that clears that up for you. So this is the Roosevelt right here. That's like what we normally have right now in the U.S. We still use this design. And then where is my Walking Liberty? So I have like an older quarter. Oh shoot, I gotta like wrap up stream soon for baseball practice, dang it. There's that, Walking Liberty. It's really old. This one's really old. This is from 1925. Boom. Boom. There we go. So yeah, that's constitutional. So basically a rundown for constitutional silver is you need $1.50 face value. So whatever would make you $1.50 in US money, that will make an ounce of silver, okay? Also, one thing to note, it needs to be 1964 or older. If it is 1965, it is made out of clad. and clad is not worth stacking. We don't want to stack clad, guys. We only want to stack silver. So if it's 1964 and before, then it's silver. With nickels, if you find a nickel before 1964, it is not silver. There are some silver nickels. It's called a war nickel, and they are 35% silver. I forgot the date range for them, so someone can tell you in the chat. But I forgot the date range low-key for it. So yeah, that's what I know about constitutional silver. I have one more question from Night. Yeah, guys, we should just do streams like weekly where we just talk about finance together. I think that'd be fun. And I could show you guys pickups or what I'm buying in the stock market, whatever it may be. And I'm gonna have more like planned out streams where I like talk about a specific subject, so that if you need to learn about that thing, you obviously can. Because I feel like most of my streams just devolve into me just talking to you guys and like answering questions, but like some people who are new to stacking are just looking for quick answers for specific things. So I want to have some topic streams where I just do the stream really quick, and then, you know, I just do the topic real quick, and then people can watch the video. Okay, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to answer Funko Fun's question, and then I'm going to wrap up the stream. So Funko Fun's question is, I want to order some stuff for my stack. What should I order? Funko Fun, what is your budget for your stack? Because this always depends, right? If you have $50, it's going to be a different answer than if you had $1,000 or if you had $2,000. So we're going to wrap up this stream in a second after I answer Funko Fun's question, and then we're going to do more streams more often. But like, real quick, if you guys have any stream ideas, put them in the chat so that I can do a stream that you guys want, right? Funko Fun, what's your budget? I'm waiting for your answer in the chat as well. So we're waiting for Funko Fun's budget, and I'm waiting for stream ideas. So if y'all have any, put them in the chat. Because look at this. I wrote stream right here, but we have no ideas. It's just blank. Please put your ideas there. I got a lot. Just give me some recommendations and where I should get some. Okay. If you're buying silver, my recommendation for online dealers is Hero Bullion. That's my favorite. And the reason Hero Bullion is my favorite is because their shipping minimum is $150. So if you spend $150, you'll get free shipping, okay? So free shipping if you spend over $150. That's just the best if you're a kid or if you don't want to have to spend so much money. I like Hero Bullion, SD Bullion, and JM Bullion. AppMex is very expensive, I feel like. Scottsdale, also very expensive. I don't buy from those places very often. I don't want to rush this stream, but I like have to go for baseball soon. Okay, so those are your recommendations, Hero Bullion and SD Bullion. Now, when it comes to what you're buying, it depends your goals. If you're just trying to buy some stuff and you're just beginning, I would say get some government-backed stuff. You can never go wrong with a Canadian maple leaf. I know that Funko Fun, because we've talked a lot, he is somewhat close to Canada. So for his circumstances, I would say get Canadian maple leaves, because whatever state or country you live in, you should buy your currency. So I live in the United States, so I buy American Silver Eagles. If you live in Canada, you should buy maple leafs. The US and Canada are kind of neighbors, so you can either buy American Eagles or Maple Leafs. But American Eagles have a very, very, very high premium. Like, very high. So I would focus on buying whatever's lower. Either a Maple Leaf or an American Silver Eagle. Whichever one has the lowest premium. So if you're taking notes, Funko Fun, look for an American Silver Eagle or a Canadian Maple Leaf. That is like that's the best one that I would say you should definitely have in your stack, because those are just like the two that are like nationally around, if that makes sense. Do you guys have any ideas for Funko Fun to buy? 80% Canadian junk silver. Yes, I love 80% Canadian junk silver. You could get some of that. I don't have time to explain that on this stream, but you could do some research into 80% Canadian junk silver. Bars are good, but I don't like 1 ounce bars. If you're going to get a bar, go for bigger bars, right? So like, you could get a 5-ounce bar. I think it's like $200 right now. So it's gonna be pricey. This is what a 5-ounce bar looks like. There we go. That's a 5-ounce silver bar. You could get that Funko Fun. But I would honestly just go, because you're a beginner. Just get some Eagles or Canadian Maple Leafs. Libertads are good. Yeah. Okay. For Funko Fun's case, since he's new, I would say Canadian Maple Leaf is the top one, or American Silver Eagle. If you want cheaper, get British Britannia, a Britannia. Those are very nice. So get Britannias, Eagles, Maple Leafs. Those three. That's a good foundation. You could get some U.S. junk silver. Junk silver is always good, no matter what. Junk silver is just great. So if you want to get some U.S. junk silver, like quarters, dimes, half dollars, you could get those too. So Funko Fun, I hope that helps you. Me and you should do a live stream where we talk sports cards or collecting silver and gold, like face-to-face Funko Fun. So hopefully that helps you. If this helped you guys all out and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button because it helps me out. And I'm going to hop off stream for today. Britannias are the safest. Well, yeah, you're from the UK, so they're the safest for you because it's your state, right? Or your country. So Britannias are good. Yeah, I like Britannias, Eagles, and Maple Leafs. Those are my top three. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys all in the next stream. I'll try to stream a little later if I can this week. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one. I love talking finance with y'all. See you guys. Thank you so much for being here and spending time with me. Oh, it has the most security. Yeah.